Today we'll be doing an unboxing and install of a pair of ignition coils and spark plugs for max speeding rods. These ignition coils and spark plugs are for a 2009 Nissan Versa, but they are also available for various other makes and models. You can always trust max speeding rods to deliver quality parts at exceptional prices. Alright, continuing with the video, some tools you are going to need is going to be an electric ratchet wrench, a medium torque wrench, a large extension, a ratcheting wrench, a small ratcheting wrench, a medium extension, a 14mm deep well socket, needle nose pliers, a 10mm socket, an 8mm socket, a pry bar, and a magnetic pickup tool. Alright, let's get started. First, you're going to open the hood on your car and use your prop tool to secure the hood. Once that's done, go ahead and grab your 10mm and your electric ratchet and remove the bolts for the engine cover. Once the bolts are removed, go ahead and set that engine cover to the side. Once this is out of the way, go ahead and grab some needle nose pliers and remove the hose clamp holding on the crankcase breather hose. For the next step, using the same needle nose pliers, find the evap solenoid and remove the hose clamp as well, like so. Next, go ahead and grab your electric ratchet and an 8mm and remove the two clamps holding on the intake hose. For the next step, you're also going to use the same electric ratchet and 8mm to remove the throttle body bolts. Then once you remove that, go ahead and set your throttle body and the bolts all to the side. For our next step, there's going to also be a plug on the evap solenoid, and go ahead and remove that plug. As you can see, we're setting the throttle body to the side, and next, here's the plug. Alright, now that you've located it, go ahead and remove that. Using your needle noses again, there's going to be a vacuum hose for the brake booster. Go ahead and remove that as well and set it to the side. For this next step, you're going to need your ratchet and your 8mm again. This is a mounting bolt for the intake. Go ahead and remove these. There's the first one, and there's going to be a few more that you need your extension for. Pop that on, and boom, right there. Now that you've got all these bolts out, set them to the side, grab your pry bar, and you're going to have these trim panel clips. Once you remove these clips, you can then remove the intake runner. Once that's removed, go ahead and set it to the side and grab your electric ratchet and extension and your 10mm. There's going to be 5 bolts on the intake. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now with your intake, extension, and your 10mm, go ahead and remove all 5 of those bolts and set them to the side, and then we'll move on with the next step. Then remove your coolant reservoir, and right after that, boom, you could pull your intake off. Now we can get access to the coils, and you're going to remove all of the clips like so. Press down the tab and pop them out. From there, each coil pack will have one 10mm bolt. So grab your extension, your ratchet, and your 10mm and go ahead and remove each bolt one by one and set those to the side. Once the bolts are all removed, you can then pull out the coil packs like so. For this next part, you're going to need your ratchet, a long extension, and a 14mm deep well. Starting on hole number 1, remove the first spark plug. Gently crack them all loose and then turn them out by hand. Once you remove all of those, grab your magnet and you can drop it in there and easily remove the spark plugs. Now that you have your old spark plugs out, go ahead and set those to the side and grab your new ones. Put the new ones in, drop them in, turn them, and then once you get them all in there hand tight, go ahead and grab your torque wrench and torque them down to spec. Torque spec for these are going to be 9.2 foot-pounds and are going to require an additional turn of 90 degrees 2 times. That's 9.2 foot-pounds and 2 additional turns of 90 degrees. Now that you've done that, your final torque sequence is set and you're good to go. So now that you've got them all torqued down, go ahead and grab your ignition coils. Put them in one by one. And I also recommend putting a little bit of grease on the end. And there's the last one. Alright, now that we've got them all in there, grab your 10mm, your electric ratchet, and your extension again if needed, and go ahead and put those 10mm bolts in hand tight. Once you've got them in hand tight, you're then going to want to grab the ratchet and just give them all a good go. As you can see, we're tightening down the last one, and go ahead and plug back in all the connectors. As easy as that. Now that they're all tight and secured, grab your manifold and begin installing it. There's going to be the 5 bolts that you're going to want to tighten down as well. So grab your 10mm extension and your electric ratchet and tighten them all down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you can pop your reservoir back into place. Grab your 8mm extension and ratchet and begin putting those mounting bolts back into the intake manifold. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now that those are all done, you can go back to the brake booster hose, grab your needle noses, and tighten that hose clamp down. As easy as that. For the next one, grab your throttle body and insert the bolts. These bolts are going to be 8mm, so you're going to need your electric ratchet, an extension, and your 8mm. Start with tightening the closest bolt to the firewall at the very bottom. This will be the most difficult. Once you get all 4 of the bolts down, the next step is going to be to plug in the evap solenoid connector. Alright, as you can see, here's the connector. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. Next, you're going to plug in the hose right next to it and tighten down the clamp with a pair of needle nose pliers. Once this is all done, use the same 8mm and electric ratchet as well as an extension to connect the hose from the throttle body to the air box, like so. For the next breather hose, grab your needle noses, put that on, and tighten the clamp as well. Now, we can go ahead and install the air duct back on. Using your trim clips, go ahead and pop that into place, and then also you're going to go ahead and pop the trim clips in there like so. From there, you can reinstall the engine cover. Once you do that, go ahead and put the 2 10mm bolts in, and grab your electric ratchet 10mm extension and tighten those 2 down. Now, you've completed your service. Go ahead and disengage the hood prop and close the hood. And you're all done. It's as easy as that.